Hey guys, Brix back with another Lego Transformer review, and today we are kicking off our new V4 Dinobot series with V4 Grimlock. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we have my version 4 Grimlock, looking way more aesthetically pleasing than before. The chest and everything is way more streamlined. Very reminiscent of the G1 cartoon. New arm construction. That's the thing that really drove this whole version 4 craze. Because I felt like the arms were too complicated for no reason. My engineering has gotten considerably better over the years, or since the last time I've done Dinobots. So, for this new Grimlock, you pretty much have the same head, but I did add a jumper plate up there so I could kind of reenact the scene where Grimlock gave his intelligence to Computron. So I have a new version 2 Computron. It's in my shelf, and I've shown it off on like social media and stuff already. The arms are different. They stay on a lot better. So pretty much have just stud friction articulation, clip and bar. Could do a full 360 if it needs to, and even have a little fake elbow bend right there on stud friction as well. Arms, or legs I guess in a sense, is way more articulated than before, way better sculpted. Now in the instructions, I should say, this 1x2 that's rounded on both sides, that is not available in LDD. So if you get instructions for this, you're going to see the 1x1s with the hole in it. So you would just switch that out. You could use those, but I mean, this is what I use for this, and it's only because that part's not available in LDD as of yet. And you can see it on the back of the foot as well. I don't even know if they're updating LDD anymore. It's so sad. I need to learn how to make instructions in Stud.io, but let's see what other points of articulation in Dino mode. I kind of rounded off. I think I made the tail just a stud longer, but of course that could go down. And that is about it. He does have a little bit more junk in the trunk, but so did the G1 toy, so that's fine. Now before we get into transformation, I'm going to zoom out, because this might be the only chance you guys really get to see all the Dinobots in Dino mode. So here we have Sludge hanging out right there. Gotta remember everybody's names. Snarl hanging out right there. That one, lots of improvements, really dope. Got some slag going on here. Oh, it's gonna be hard to get everybody in the same shot. All right, definitely have some swoop. He's probably the one that I made the least improvements on, but the improvements are definitely worth him having his own video. And in addition to the original 5, we have paddles, which you can barely see, so I'm just going to move the camera over here. Nobody's really done a good looking paddles yet, if one at all, so I did them in G1 style. There's some fan fiction and stuff. I'm pretty sure he's like in the comic continuities, I believe. I don't think he was ever in, technically in any G1 cartoon, but you know me, I love to be the first to do something, so I knocked that out. So this is the whole crew. I do know there's a Slash, but I thought I had her built and I didn't, so I didn't want to have to order like another $20 worth of pieces just to build her. But yeah, she wouldn't have had any updates anyway. She's like a really tiny raptor kind of version of Grimlock, and I can't really alter that but so much based on the new parts that are out now. So this is the gang for now. So I'm gonna set these guys to the side. I really can't wait to do the paddles video because I love being able to bring you guys new content that you could only, as of right now, get from me. But hopefully I inspire you guys to build your own. So that'll be dope to see more paddles out there. Let's put Swoop over here. I've already taken a group shot picture, so I mean, you guys will be able to, I mean, could pretty much just rewind this also, but. All right, let's get into Grimlock. All right, so of course to start off, I'm gonna probably begin with the legs. Bringing those down, bringing all of this out, separating the legs. This part is pretty, pretty much the same. It's just a different design of leg. You gotta rotate at the knee and then rotate again like that. I'm trying to keep it all on camera for you as much as possible. Yeah, I guess with this one, you could kind of just bring it in. Nope. That little piece right there will prevent that from happening. So spin this around, bring that down like so. And there we would have one leg done. Something also that has been added with these new Dinobots is ankle articulation. So that's pretty exciting to show off. Now rotate this piece, bring it down, and there we have the other leg done. Now since we're here, we can show off the ankle articulation. Look at that. That ankle rocker goes all the way. Thanks to that rounded stud with the stick in it. That's like one of my new favorite pieces, and I love the way it makes this look now. Then we bring down the little crotch flap like that. Way better waist articulation now, as you can see. Bring these arms down. Fold the little fist out like so. And one thing I forgot to show off in Dino mode is his sword, and it has these anti-studs in the back right there, and in Dino mode they would store on his leg like that. Alright, so we are almost done. We just gotta open up this guy. Kind of bend. Oh, we gotta straighten out the arms because it's like a really tight clearance issue right there. Now with this design, as you can see, the head can hide right there where it should, but for some reason I just decided that I could also hide the head inside the chest if need be. Just move that out a little bit, and then that would go in like that. I think with this, I think one of his ears have to be flipped in order for it to like really sit flush, but that's fine. So with this, as you can see, we have a series of hinges and ball joints back here. It's crazy, it's insane, I know. Oh, and willing to come off, which it should not. Now what I'm going to do is try to raise it up some so you guys can see everything that's going on. Try to stay on camera as much as possible. And hopefully this thing will stay. Let me just kind of bend these little legs up a little bit. All right, so for this part, I have this right here, just going to come down a full 360, kind of get in there like so. I'm going to close up Grim's mouth. And from what I remember or recall, because it's been a while, this guy's been built for quite a while now. I have this whole neck rotated like that to be a little more flush, and then his head could sit kind of like that. I'll show how that looks. And as expected, you could kind of just fold these up any way you like, and then get the camera readjusted so you could see him again. There you go, but not too far. Loosen that up. Tighten it again. Perfect. All right, so there we got Grimlock looking super dupe. His tail kind of serves as, you know, like a false heel spur, so even as back heavy as he is, he's not going to really tilt back. And considering that my table is leaned up in the front, for him to be able to stand is a testament to his ingenuity, in other words. All right, so here you have his sword. His sword, I was like, how would that connect? We kind of like fold it with the stud out and then fold it back into his wrist. I believe. Which should be, it's just like extra tight, that's all. And then you could take the sword and plug it onto his arm like so. And get these tail spurs in position. And there you go. Look how dope that is. This will probably, I'm not gonna say probably, this will be my definitive Grimlock for a while. I like the design of the legs a lot better. It's a lot cleaner. Got the ankle tilt. He's pretty proportionate. Unfortunately, I do not have Optimus to really do a size comparison, but everybody's been compared to B so far, so you can see how he towers over B. I kind of do still have Omega. Let me get B out the way. And then here we have Omega still hanging out. Let me get him standing up straight. Sorry, don't really want to be in front of the camera like that, but and Omega is still very much taller than Grimlock, which is crazy. And he's like standing a little bit back, like, wow. Yeah, Omega's a big boy. So, getting back to Grimlock, articulation. Probably have to zoom out a little bit just to show off, but he has pretty much like a 90-degree elbow bend. I had to redesign the arm a few times just to try to make sure it stays at 90, but it's on the little ball joint that's on the stick, so you could always like kind of wiggle that out a little bit to get it just maybe a little bit more than 90. It's not going to be like a full range, but it does the job. You guys know how the wrists already work on this rounded stud with the stick. Full wrist articulation, goes in, goes out. Shoulders, very well articulated, as you can see. Pretty much gives you the full range. Do a full 360 if it's not for this, you know, these wings in the back. The head is on a ball joint, actually. Sound like a real toy reviewer. The head is on a ball joint. So he could look up And if you wiggle it up the ball joint, he could not really look down but so much, but that's fine. And full 360, of course. Waist swivel. No ab crunch, of course, but his legs could kick up full 90. Back about that far. Then he has multiple points of articulation for the knees, but it's really meant to be at the top of the ball joint, so he has 90 degrees intended right there. And then you bring that back down like that. So with this ball joint, it's like the ones I typically use for my waist, where you got one here, one there, and one there. Like I said, the tail could be like a false heel spur because it's just as long as the leg, pretty much, as you can see right there. And then I've already showed off the ankle tilt, which I think it also, I mean, it's kind of unnecessary, but it is on a swivel also. I don't know what you would use that for, but it's there. And then of course it has the full range for the toe. So yeah, this to me is probably like one of the best Grimlocks, at least the ones that I've done so far. Come on, guys. Really gotta just kind of fix my table so it's not all lopsided and stuff. But I do believe the instructions for Grimlock and the other Dinobots are already up on brixmediastudios.com. And I actually have a bundle up there active as well. So you could get all 6, if not all 7 Dinobots for like the cost of 5 or 6 of them or something like that. You're basically going to get some type of discount. I think it's like you get 7 for the cost of 5. Now, I know a lot of you who have been following me on social media say, hey, we want to see these Dinobots combine again. I haven't made a Dinobot combiner for like maybe the last 6 years. I made Extinction way back when I first began the channel. And it was just with the little nano Dinobots. It wasn't like the full scale. I made my Dinobots white back then. It was I had no Lego. I'm sorry. But I'm interested in making them combine at some point, but it's not a priority right now. The main priority was getting to up to 200 Transformers, and now they're here, and now there's no conventions to show them off, so who knows. Maybe by the time we have another convention, I may or may not figure out how to make them combine, but you'd have to come to find out. So that is it for Grimlock right now. I'm going to try to keep the pace going with the rest of the Dinobots. Like I said, I'm really excited to bring you paddles. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.